Cool. So Gorgon says pouring the first cup of tea and passing it over to Cassandra explains how it happened. How when the soldiers broke in, there was a bunch of chaos, that Gamry was trying to declare his innocence, and they threatened his life. They said they tried to take care of it or finish what they finish what they started, I think was the exact quote. And as they almost killed him before, he had the choice of either fighting some authority he did not consider just, or laying down and dying. It is the utmost survival instinct of every creature, whether it be goblinoid or humanoid, is to stay alive. Yes, he murdered those men, but what choice did he have?
I will say
We could have left. Sorry. Go ahead, Carl.
I was just going to say I will say that it is true. I've never seen anyone fall asleep randomly before either, but I did have the sense about me to know that they were incapacitated. I do not see how you found it reasonable to attack them with your sword.
That said, the green man is right. He was almost...
I'm yellow, actually.
Ew!
The yellow man is right. He was attacked by these gods before. They tried to take his life. And although I might admit perhaps he did not notice the clear incapacitation of these men.
Very clear.
And despite him acting very harshly, I will grant him the benefit of the doubt this time.
I did it to save him. I just saved a murderer.
I
did that for you. She points at Gamry.
Gorgon said, how long ago did you understand your powers, young one?
She's still gonna stand by Yang, and
Gorgon doesn't approach her, but he offers her a cup of tea if she'd like it.
I'm gonna take one.
And Anna will take the cup very gently, sort of in shock, and she looks you over for a second, clearly sort of like put off a little bit by the fact that you're a hobgoblin, before she says,
Gorgon sits down at his place. Oh yeah, you go first. Yeah.
I didn't choose this. This was maybe 4 months ago. And Anna looks at Cassie apologetically. I'm sorry I didn't tell Cassie.
Gorgon
There's
says,
a lot you haven't been telling me.
Oh,
Gorgon says, now, that doesn't help anything. We need to stay focused. The issue being is, yes, you probably only came to terms with your abilities 4 months ago. But for me, even traveling with Thryndall has been eye-opening about magic. There's a lot I don't know, and even when I came to human lands, there's a lot more superstition about magic in general. You guys fear it a lot more than we do. I attended a witch burning in the first town I visited. Everyone seemed to be acting in panic and horror. There was no evidence, no just trial, just chaos. People seem to believe that you could be bewitched at any time. Someone's acting strangely, they're bewitched. Someone has any sort of mental inequities, they're bewitched. No offense, but your art isn't widely understood. I can expect someone of Sir Gamry's human disposition to think that way.
She used her powers to save my life.
Oh, I never said magic was bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not... Trust me, hobgoblin ethics and human ethics are a little bit different.
I can't stay in Dunford. I knew that since this happened. I thought I was going insane when I first started getting this power. I can't stay here.
Well,
I second that, because I'm a fugitive now, and he stares at Gamry.
and I feel that I have he looks at Anna and he says, I truly feel I have a debt to you, so for a while I shall go where you go until it is repaid.
Gorgon starts packing his pipe and uses a match to strike it. As he takes a couple puffs, he turns to the party and says, well, then it's resolved, except for one thing. If we encounter more of the watch. What do we do?
Oh, so Leslie, or sorry, not Leslie. Cassandra just
runs
starts
away.
running back to the middle. Anna's gonna get up and go after her.
Wait! Are you crazy? Les sits
Cassie,
down.
what are you doing?
The
I'm
light
not
rain,
having my uncle take the fall for all of yous.
the light rain picks up and begins to get heavier. Cassandra, you make your way back to the mill. It sounds like there is a heated discussion coming from inside the mill.
I'm gonna try and like stealth up beside the
Are you
building
going
and like kind
listen?
of peek in through a window.
Okay. So you stealthily make your way to the window and listen in on the conversation. It sounds like the soldiers are, specifically the inspector is questioning your uncle about who those people were, what they were doing here, and sort of all kinds of different information relating to you guys. And he doesn't seem to be giving them any information.
I'm pretty much gonna sit around and wait to see if they like arrest him. If they just like leave him where he is.
They make all kinds of threats, but in the end, they don't take custody of him. Although they say that if they do capture these magic users and get a confession out of them, he will be held accountable.
Okay. Then once all these guards leave, I will head back to the group.
Okay. Cassandra makes her way back to the party.
Oh, so hopefully Anna meets up with her along the way, and as they walk back,
Yes,
Anna
of
says, "It's the only thing I didn't tell you, Cassie. I'm sorry."
It's fine. We all have secrets.
I was a coward, and after what happened with your brother, I didn't know how to tell you. I'm sorry.
Cassie's gonna put a hand on her shoulder and say, "You're stronger than you know."
I didn't ask for this, Cassie, really. I didn't even read anything. I thought I was going insane. I could hear the chickens screaming as they were being butchered, and the birds, they were all speaking to me. I
We all
thought I
hear
was
voices. Everybody deals with it their
Anna,
own way.
Anna just sobs and puts her head on Cassie's shoulder as they walk back to the party.
I'll put my arm around her, try and comfort her.
I like the
So the
side
part-
of you two.
The party stands together around the small fire as the rain comes down. Trindle asks, "Does anyone need anything? We should probably get going."
We
It's
need-
like pissing rain, right?
Yeah, it's raining moderately hard.
This sucks.
So, like,
You
I
guys
imagine
get the
Yang
fire's
propped up
going.
against a tree with his tea and just water rushing inside the cup and saying, "Yes, we should get going."
We need to find some cover. I need to work on some more potions. We have many injuries.
Gorgon's like, he's using his pestle and the mortar in the rain. He's like, the weather conditions on the Bryn is pretty shitty to begin with. You get used to this.
I'd really rather
Where
not.
where can we go? Like,
Cassie says, "You guys need to be more prepared," and starts pulling out a tent.
We had a certain wizard to visit. Perhaps now would be the best time.
He didn't say he was a wizard.
He didn't? He did not?
He did
I thought
not.
he was.
No, he just said his partner, didn't he?
Oh.
He just said he was eccentric.
Well, I was
And had
hoping we'd
interest
get
in
to
the
ride a
project.
horse-drawn carriage, but is that ship sailed now or what?
Unless
I wouldn't
Cassie
show my
brings it
face
into
at my
us.
uncle's house.
Why don't
It
you,
is
Cassandra? You have the best reason for being there. What?
possible that we could hire. It is possible that we could hire Albie.
Oh yes, Albie's a good folk.
I think he'd be disposed to help us.
Well, those who
plus-
haven't been seen by the guards should go, and those who have will need to remain.
I guess that makes myself and Thorindel.
The
Thorindel wasn't
only
seen,
one's
was
going.
I was seen, but
Thorindel was seen by
Only those who've
Gerard.
died. Didn't
I
he
guess
die?
that means Gorgon and Cass, because Cass was seen, but she's his niece, so makes
But
sense.
yeah,
why
I'm
she-
not like.
You're not wanted.
Yeah.
Anyways, just going to the inn won't necessarily rouse suspicion. Anyways, so
I mean, Anna's not going back to Dunford.
Neither is Les.
so
Oh, actually, before. Oh, never mind. Benzel, you go ahead. I'm going to put something in chat.
okay. Gorgon and Cass, you make
Before
your-
Gorgon goes, though, he's going to give the musket he stole to does someone want to? He says, "I don't think I should take this into town with me. Would someone hold on to this for me?"
I'm proficient with it if you'd like me to hold it.
He shrugs and passes you a musket.
May I use some of the powder to start a fire? I'm freezing.
He says, "You do not." He says, "Your survival skills are lacking if you need black powder to start a fire, and that's also inefficient and creates far too much noise."
Ugh.
He says, "I thought you were a man of the magical sciences."
I am a man of intellect and good breadth.
good breeding.
Matt doesn't
So
care about no rain.
Gorgon, you make your way back to the inn with Cassandra. As you enter the warm and cheery inn, you see Albie sitting at a table over a plate of food with a drink. He hails you as you come in.
Gorgon says, "Albie, how are you, my friend?" and starts packing his pipe.
Haha, Gorgon, quite well. I'm into my cups and have a nice hot meal. What more can you ask for?
He says, "How about some fresh work, my friend?"
I'd be interested. What did you have in mind?
I need to go to... Where are we going?
To a small village called Flatroot Hills.
We're heading up to the Flatroot Hills, and we'd like to commission your carriage.
Very well. I think we can accommodate you.
He says, "Now, like before, we're going to need you to be a little on the..." And he taps his nose.
Of course, nothing to worry about.
Oh yeah, I've got flint and steel.
You and that elf are a peculiar sort, but that doesn't bother me.
He says, "And ideally, we'd like to leave today, as in now."
Really? Can I not finish my meal?
Oh, you can finish your meal. I just packed a new pipe.
Continues eating and under a hushed breath, he says, "In a spot of trouble, are you?"
What's that?
He asks, "In a spot of trouble, are you?"
Gorgon says, "Me, no. Hobgoblins always keep their nails clean. But
see.
some friends of ours need to leave quickly."
Very good. I can accommodate. He quickly finishes his meal and takes.
Gorgon will offer to pay for his meal.
Thank you, Morgan. He says as you get up
How
to
much?
leave.
Cassie's going to...
One
Yeah, you have
silver.
rich parents.